family, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it's just a video on my beginner friendly crochet hair tips. Now you're probably asking yourself, didn't she post a video like this a couple months ago? Now I did post a video for my top 5 crochet hair tips, but I got a question from somebody on my IG. I can't think of your name right now, but thank you so much for this question, and it was like, can you do a video on your beginner tips? So for somebody who is very new to the crochet hair game and they just want to know specific things regarding maintenance, timing, best brands, best way to install, best braid patterns, and all of that. So if you're brand new to the crochet hair game, this is the video for you. This is a video to tell you, to walk you through, to give you maintenance, to give you tips and tricks that have helped me. I was new 2 years ago, had never tried crochet hair before, and now I love it. It's my go-to, and I've learned some things over these last 2 years that I want to share with you guys. So I'll go over things. I'll try not to repeat what I said in that video. I'll try to give you brand new things, but without further ado, let's just roll into these tips. Tip number 1, I've talked about this in my last video, but it was about braid pattern. I get a lot of questions about braid patterns, you guys know, and pretty much all my videos, if I do not state otherwise, I have a straight back braid pattern. I say straight back is key, but that's what works for me. You need to come up with a braid pattern or work with your stylist if you're getting your hair professionally done to come up with a braid pattern that works for you, because straight back will not work for every style. So you have to talk to your stylist about what style you're trying to achieve. If you want to do an updo, maybe the braid pattern I have won't work for you. If your hair is longer than mine, my braid pattern may not work. If your hair is shorter than mine, my braid pattern may not work. So you have to tailor your braid pattern kind of to what works best. I love straight back. It works with my length. It works with what I do with my hair. I don't have a lot of versatility in my styles. I wish I did, but I don't. If you're thinking about doing your own braid patterns and your own styles, I don't show you braid patterns a lot of times that I do on my own hair because I don't feel like I'm an expert with anything when it comes to braiding. That's why my channel is purely around tips and reviews for hair. But the people that I really recommend you take a look at if you really want to get into some very unique, very great braid pattern styles is Beauty Can Braid. She's an amazing YouTuber on here. Taste Pink, she's my mother for crochet hair, and The Key Is Me. These are the top 3 people that I love looking at their installation videos. They can kill some installs on some styles. But your stylist, if you go professional, you have to think about and make sure your stylist isn't somebody who's going to braid your hair into infinity. Tension really plays a part into your crochet style. That's why I don't like going to a professional, but to be honest, because I had issues in the past when I was younger that would braid too tight. I need to go home, take an Advil and all that, and have a throbbing headache. So I stayed off braids for years. And that leads me into tip number 2, which is tension and what plays a part into the timing of your crochet hair. So number 2, timing in between your styles. And what I mean is, how often should you go from crochet hair to crochet hair to crochet hair and protective styling that way? Now for me, I have this channel, so therefore my timing is a little bit shorter. I used to do literally the next day. I would take out a crochet hair, do it the next day, and be back into it. I realized that wasn't working. I used to do a week after that. So I take out a crochet hair, wear a wig for a week, and then come back and then put the crochet hair back in. I think that's a little bit too less too, so now I'm going to start going 2 weeks in between my styles. Now you can do whatever works best for you, but you guys comment on the growth of my hair, the progression of my natural hair, and how my natural hair looks now, and I can honestly say that's because I've taken my time in between my styles. My first year of my crochet hair journey, I don't think my hair was as healthy as it needed to be. I'm be honest with you. I did my video a year ago showing you what my hair looked like, and you guys loved it, but to me, having felt it after I turned off that camera, it didn't feel the way it feels now 2 years later. And that's because I do a lot more steam treatments. If you saw what I got myself for Christmas, I got myself a steamer because I felt like my products weren't penetrating my scalp good. I deep condition in between every style, so as soon as I take my hair out, I make sure I deep condition. Once a quarter, I go to my stylist for trims and protein treatments. I need treatments to my hair as well. So make sure you're still taking care of your hair. Even if you do it yourself, make sure you're taking care of it yourself too, or going to a professional to take care of it. And also, a thing I realized about my channel, I think I was very naive. I thought everybody who watched my channel was natural, and it turns out I have some people who are relaxed and get crochet hair, and that's a little different. I have to tailor my thoughts a little bit different towards that because I'm natural, been natural now for I think 5 years. But if you're relaxed, this is a lot of tension. Braiding your hair, putting a needle through, that's a lot. So I would suggest at minimum 3 weeks in between your crochet styles, honestly, because the way way a synthetic hair interacts with your relaxed hair. Natural hair can take a little bit more. It's a little tougher. It's a little tougher than relaxed hair because of all those chemicals in it and all of that. A lot of people can't use the hairs I use either because their hair interacts a little differently. My roommate, who's upstairs right now, she cannot use main concept hairs without doing a rinse on them because it aggravates her scalp. So if you're somebody who has a sensitive scalp, make sure if you try a hair or before you try a hair, maybe consult with your stylist to see if something will aggravate your scalp. A lot of times you guys say something is itching you. Make sure you rinse the hair. I haven't rinsed the hair because my head is like kind of built for it tough. So a lot of times my styles don't feel like anything to me. They don't feel rough. I have a main concept hair in right now. It's the main concept velvet wave as well as the Amazon wave. I can't tell you my thoughts on it because it only has been a day, so I don't have real thoughts on it. But I have main concept and have no reaction to it. But some people try free tress hairs, and those films that they put on free tress hairs aggravate their scalp. So if you need to do a rinse, do a rinse. Will it change the texture of the hair? A little bit, but will it make your scalp feel better? Absolutely. So if you feel like you need to do a rinse on your hair, please do it. Just make sure you're taking care of your hair. I'm a big advocate for taking care of your hair. So that's one of the major tips, is at the end of the day, protective styling is supposed to protect your real hair. Your real hair should not end up looking trash after protective styling. It should only enhance your natural hair at the end of the style. So for timing, also when it comes to how long should it take to do your crochet hair, I had a comment in one of my videos that her stylist told her that she was going to get crochet hair and it was going to take 6.5 hours to do the style. That's too long. Now I know I'm not a professional. There may be professionals watching right now who are like, no, 6.5 hours is normal. That is not normal to me. I have never sat down, and I don't believe that my body can handle sitting down for 6.5 hours for this right here. No. Should not take that long at all, because in my mind, if a professional takes 6.5 hours to do your hair, they can only do 1 to 2 heads max a day. 2 heads max a day, charging you what, $100? They ain't making no money doing stuff that way. So you gotta really go to the right person. Find your right stylist. That goes back to number 1. If you go professional timing, it shouldn't take that long. And in all honesty, no, I've never got my crochet hair done professionally, but we all got a cousin that can braid. Crocheting is the easiest thing ever. If you can't even braid, you got somebody who can braid. I had a boyfriend back in the day who used to braid hair. If I was still with him, I would definitely utilize him a lot more to do some intricate styles with my hair. But y'all got somebody, hand them like $20, $30, do something, crochet the hair in. It's that simple. It can be done. I'm not trying to take any money out of the stylist pockets, because your professional may be washing your hair before, maybe doing all kinds of things, maybe treating, may know your hair better, and you may just feel comfortable going to a professional. But I chose crochet hair for cheap. I'm cheap. I don't like spending money. That's just who I am. So I was like, what's a cheap style that can look good and I can look fly and I have to spend like $0? Oh, crochet hair? Well, that's what I'm doing. Sew-ins were killing my pockets and crochet hair wasn't. Another big question I get is crochet hair for kids. I get a lot of questions from beginners who are like, I'm looking to get crochet hair for my children. Do you think that'll work? I absolutely love it. Every time I see a kid with crochet hair, my ovaries drop. I know a lot of people see cute baby pictures and they're like, oh, my ovaries. It'd be cute little girls with crochet hair and I'm like, oh, child, because I love it. This Christmas I went to my grandmother's church and there were 3 triplets who got up and they had Ocean Wave in their hair by Kima 125. I haven't tried that hair yet, but or Harlem 125. They had that hair in and I was like, oh my god, they were adorable with their outfits on. So I say yes, kids can wear crochet hair styles. I would also say though, like I said with hair, a lot of kids' hairs, they're a lot more tender headed. You know, kids are a lot more tender headed. I wouldn't do it over and over again. I would definitely do timing wise, not repeat it, take it out, put it back in and all that, but I think it can look cute. Make sure you wear it short too. There's no reason a kid should have hair as long as mine. Keep it short. I love a kid in the Ocean Wave. I love a kid. Main Concept specifically has a line of children's crochet hair, and if so, you can get the Sassy Curl for a kid or the Water Wave for a kid by Main Concept. So they have a line specifically for kids, and I think it's cute for if you have a child and you want them to look cute on Easter and Mother's Day and Christmas and all that, but they can't keep a spiral curl in their hair for nothing. Crochet hair is the way to go because they can't really mess that up and you can kind of maintain it. It's like you just run some mousse through your kids' hair, put their scarf on. Hopefully they're a kid who can sleep through the night with their scarf on, and they should be good to go. So I think kids and crochet hair, yes, they definitely go together. Another thing is, you guys asked me about online shopping for hair. A lot of times I online shop for my crochet hair. I do not buy it in stores because sometimes I've run into this issue before on this channel with the Bobby Boss Nile Wave hair. I bought that in a store. Turns out that hair was discontinued. It was just in that store. You cannot buy it anywhere. So I don't want to run into that issue in the future. I want to buy it online so I know that you guys can get your hands on it somewhere. But I think online shopping for your crochet hair is the way to go, really, if you want a specific style. Going into my beauty supply stores in Charlotte, I'm in a metropolitan area, so I do have a lot more options than if you kind of live in a more rural area. But there's still times where I can't find a hair. They don't have main concept anywhere in Charlotte, so I do order that hair online. The sites that I really love for that is Sam's Beauty. Sam's Beauty, I love them so much, but I've recently been loving Go Beauty NY lately. They have coupon codes, they have fast shipping. I just love them overall as a brand. So those are my two go-to places. Now, a lot of times you guys come to me because you can't find something in stores or you can't find a specific color. Now, I don't work for any of the companies that I review hairs for, so sometimes you hit my DMs and like, I can't find the main concept water wave hair and T1B27. Where can I find it? I can only do what you can do in terms of Googling it. So Google it. Google is your friend if you can't find anything. Brands and sites I trust: Diva Trust, Glamour Trust, Sam's Beauty, Hair Stop and Shop. They're not I don't really mess with them anymore, but if you see it there, you really can't go wrong with it there. But again, I don't work for these, so I don't mind your comments, I don't mind your questions, I don't mind your DMs, but mind you, I can't do more than you can in terms of searching for these hairs. Another thing with these hairs is coloring. A lot of times online, you guys ask me, does the coloring look the same as the hair? Because online they give you a little box of the hair, so you really can't get a full gist. And sometimes the model isn't wearing what's on the box. The model is wearing a 1B, but you really want to see what a color T1B30 or T1B27 or T1B burgundy looks like, but you can't see, and all they give you is that little box. A lot of times it can be off. Like the I think it's main concept or free trust, they have a yellow color and it looks extremely yellow online, but it's really not that yellow when you get in person. Or sometimes a color is two-tone, but you really can't tell how that two-tone looks online versus in reality. What I do is I Google a certain color. So if I want to see what main concept sassy curl hair is in the color whatever, I'll Google it, and maybe and hopefully a picture of the person in the full hair will come up. That's one thing I love doing. It's what I did in my early days before I started trying colors and I wanted to experiment. I would Google it and see what somebody looked like. That's why I try to do my hairs too in a colors phase too. So if you're looking for something in its particular color, I like trying that color for you so you have a frame of reference. Okay, so that's what T1B30 looks like. I try to help you guys out in colors, but then again, I haven't tried every color for every brand. So the way it looks online, if you have any questions, try to Google it, find a model or somebody who's wearing the hair, just a regular person wearing the hair. That can be helpful as well. So maintenance with your crochet styles, it varies from hair to hair. I have a maintenance routine video that I did for my free Presto curl. I'll leave that up above, but that's more so geared to a hair that requires that level of maintenance. I tell you in all my videos that I review, whether it's a higher maintenance or lower maintenance hair, I do strive for lower maintenance hairs because my everyday life, I don't have time for higher maintenance. Higher maintenance may look cute, but for me, I need a lower maintenance style. So that's what I present to you guys a lot of the times. I try to show you lower maintenance hairs, but it varies from hair to hair. But scarves are crucial. Scarves are something that you need to have in your life. I'm not new to the synthetic hair game too. A lot of people who find my videos and are beginners to the crochet hair game aren't really aware of synthetic hair. They haven't been wearing synthetic hair all their lives, and some of them are like have a preconceived notion about synthetic hair looking fake or wiggy and all that. Some synthetic hairs do look fake and wiggy and all that. A lot of times they don't. Like my hair right now, y'all probably was liking them some bundles. It ain't no bundles. This hair was cheap, $5.99 a pack. But it kind of just depends. I'm not new to it. I went through a phase right after graduation of college, a half-wig phase. Actually, me and all my friends went through a half-wig phase. We all had half wigs on for literally almost 2 years. Continuously wore half wigs back to back. Then I went to a sew-in phase. Now I'm in my crochet hair phase of my life. But I'm not new to the synthetic hair. I know how to keep up some synthetic hairs. I know not to treat them like human hair. Just know synthetic hair cannot be upkept the same way human hair is. And if you have any questions about my maintenance on any hairs that I've tried, check out my video because I talk about it in 1 week, what my maintenance is. That's all I do. Sometimes you ask me, well, what did you do specifically? I tell y'all in my videos what I did, and I don't do anything outside of the videos because I'm trying to keep you guys completely in the know. So me leaving out anything wouldn't be helpful to you guys. So I try to tell you everything I do in terms of maintenance with these hairs. And the last thing leads me into washing of your crochet styles. Can you wash crochet hair? Absolutely. When I wash my crochet hair, I have a video up above, so check out that video if you have any questions about me washing my crochet hair. But the thing about me washing my crochet hair is that what comes with it is I'm really washing my hair. That's the thing about it. Crochet hair, I will wash it to get some scents out because crochet hair is a synthetic fiber. So it's a fiber that picks up smells that you're around. So if you're around a fishy smell, so you go to this fish market. I'm about to go to Seafood Connection in a minute. It's a very fishy place. Your hair has the capacity to soak in some of those scents. If you're a smoker or if you are around smokers, it can suck in those scents. So you want to wash your hair, but if you're not around a lot of those things, it's really about washing your scalp. I hope this video comes off as me really telling you that this is a protective style. What you really need to focus on is your own hair. Make sure you wash your own hair. So use products that you would use on your own hair. Not to say you don't care about the crochet hair, but at the end of the day, crochet hair is tough. It is meant to go through things. It's a fiber. It's going to stay the same way unless something majorly happens to the hair. So a lot of times you guys ask me, what if I'm going to a hot place in the humidity? Will it mess up the crochet hair? The hair don't know it's in no humidity. It don't know what's going on outside. It could be 120 degrees. Your hair is going to stay the same. Your hair up underneath may not stay the same, might poof up, might do some things, but your crochet hairstyle, it can last 200 degrees. It's fibers. It's not, the curls aren't going to drop. The humidity isn't going to suck the moisture. It's not going to do anything to your hair. That's why I advocate for crochet hair a lot during travel, because it won't do anything. It's there. So that's why I think if you're a beginner out there and you're looking for your protective style, if you're transitioning, I definitely think if you're transitioning, crochet styles are great for you because you can limit the manipulation to your hair and the heat damage and anything that's going on. So crochet styles and beginners go together, in my opinion. If you have any other questions, make sure you leave them down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Now, I think this is the last video of my series of doing a video every Monday for crochet hair. I tried to do that the entirety of the summer, and I think I achieved it. I think I accomplished it. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do crochet hair videos. It just means I can't push them out every Monday like I was doing it. But if you want to stay tuned and you want to stay locked in and you don't want to miss any of my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.